Hello, Spandong. How you doing, dude? Really much of a better or even a better experience than playing with Dalsim. I will say this, at first I was definitely rusty with Blanca, but after about that first hour, it started to come back. I started to do the combos better, and started to get that muscle memory back, and started to do overall better. Although, man, this game, just to give you some perspective here, okay?
Oh yeah, give me that perspective, brother.
It's so bad online at this point now because it's now 7 months in. You cannot even do guaranteed hit strings. What I mean by that is in Street Fighter, there's
well, Capcom, why would you do this?
Combinations of hits and moves that you can do in a row that the enemy has to block. If they try to interrupt them, they will get interrupted and comboed, and so they have to wait for your hits to stop before they can try to do anything. In this game now, it just doesn't work anymore. You'll time your move perfectly, and they will be mashing the jab button, which gets stuck,
mashing the jab.
And the game will say they press jab, and you
the game. I love when he says the game will say or the game lies
going into their body.
The game is not real. The game is not sentient, David.
They're getting a big combo. And this is a problem with certain characters who, once they get that jab going, they can do a big combo. They can push you to the corner. It's bad. It's to the point where I'd say the game isn't really competitively viable at this point. Like, seeing what I saw tonight, I mean, I know how to play Blanca.
Maybe it's
I know
time
how
to go
keep
back
these
to Mortal
people in the
Kombat.
corner. I know how to mix them up.
No, we're just gonna coast off this till Tekken 8. So we can play that for like 2 sessions and then drop that.
This move would be like to perfectly parry it or do a perfect reversal super, and instead they're just going jab, 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 and it beats the move. It doesn't beat it. It doesn't. I watch pro
It doesn't.
players
It never did.
playing this game online. I'm watching their matches. They can do it. They're timing exactly the same way I'm doing it, but they've got better connections. I'm playing these scrubs, the lower end of Master, and these connections are so bad that they just go jab, 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 and it beats everything. I literally played a Rashid. He didn't hit me once besides mashing jab. He just couldn't. He couldn't actually find a way to open me up to hits, so he would just wait and just keep pressing jab like this.
Stitches LC. Welcome to the Gex Game Boy Color stream. Oh, I think I'm progress blocked.
You know, I
the
like
game's
Street
getting
Fighter
too
6.
hard.
As you know, I played the shit out of it. It's my most played game of the year. We were actually a few podcasts ago talking about my stats for the year. It absolutely is my most played game of the year by far. But now, it's just not really viable to play it online anymore. Too many people hit Master, and they all have
we
terrible
can finish
internet,
World
and you
Tour.
can't get out of
Let's
that.
waste the
Once you're
stream
at
on
Master,
that.
You're stuck playing these people. Even playing the
These
casual
people?
matches tonight, I was stuck in half the night or more playing laggy Master players who aren't good. They just mash their way into Master, and you can't.
I said it when he was playing Call of Duty, but
so I don't know. You know, I really don't know where to go from here.
Pause this
besides
idiot.
Maybe keep alternating. You know.
So his goal with Street Fighter 6 was to prove people wrong by getting to Master, and maybe even prove something to himself. I got him to admit that on a pre-stream podcast around early into the game's life cycle. He's already achieved that with multiple characters. We've already had multiple speeches in which he has declared you objectively, people who hate him objectively can't say he's bad at the game anymore. You can't say he's bad at Street Fighter anymore. If you say that, you're just coping or something. So his goal with the game has been achieved. We could just like put it down and not go back to it and just start doing Fightcade or something. Same thing with Call of Duty, except Call of Duty has even less of a justification, where there was never any goal for him with Call of Duty. It was just him playing Call of Duty to play Call of Duty. In reality, every time he plays Call of Duty is a literal, as he likes to say, it is a waste of time. No progress at all is made when he plays Call of Duty. Like, at least with Street Fighter, if he's doing like a new character and doing the road to Master, you can say, oh, well, yeah, all right, he's doing the road to Master, and the progress is how much closer he gets to Master, and the like. With Call of Duty, it's just nothing. And he doesn't even like the game. He's already bored of Warzone. And it probably won't be long before he gets bored of multiplayer, too. So it's like, what are we doing here? Like, what are we here for, as LTG would say? He can put down Call of Duty, put down Street Fighter 6, because he's achieved what he wanted to do with it, and just give us more Baldur's Gate 3. Since his goal is to complete the game, to fell all the detractors who say he's not going to finish it. For a person who talks so much about not wanting to waste his time and not having much time left on this earth despite being 40-1, it sure is odd that he wastes time playing multiplayer games when he doesn't even like playing with other people. He hates doing co-op. He hates being on comms with people. It's ridiculous to go back to those Apex Legends sessions with Kekken and have him be on voice comms with someone and actually being kind of friendly with them and not being like fighting with them, arguing with them. Is that the guy? It's the guy. I'm watching his Twitch. he's always complaining about progress or not having enough time to do this or that, and then he like wastes time doing absolutely nothing. Entire night streams wasted when we could have been making progress in a game. You can't even make the argument that these multiplayer games make money like that anymore, because they don't. In truth, nothing really makes money right now. Baldur's Gate does, but it's kind of like a meme where, you know, it's like the spectacle. It ain't gonna last. It's like the Vest Streak didn't last. But these multiplayer games don't make money anymore. I saw that whole last COD session. Dude was sitting on $10 for like a minute till we finally grinched our way to what, $36? This dude's bare minimum for a successful night stream is like a tier 1, and it used to be like 75 or 100. Now is actually his day stream bare minimum expectation now is to tier 2. It used to be to tier 3. I remember when he got kicked off of Twitch. Well, his Twitch channel was still open, but you know what I mean. When he went to YouTube again, and told us he needed 300 daily just to make it by. That's ridiculous. Our expectations, the bare minimum, has been, it just grows smaller and smaller and smaller, diminishing returns across the board in every single department you can think of, as far as his business goes. It's ridiculous, man. If we care so much about progress now and how we have so little time to do anything now, so little time to spend with our wife and cat, his cat and his cat, then he should probably just drop the multiplayer games. Just go all in on the Baldur's Gate thing that's making money. And what about this variety? Play other single player games. Variety is not just play single player, play multiplayer, play single player, play multiplayer. Go full podcast. Why not? Why not? he makes some days he'll go and make the most money on the podcast. So fuck it, just do a whole day of Q&A. Oh wait, we did used to do that. It was called Ask the King, and now we don't do that anymore. We're never gonna get to that coveted 100th episode. It's been eternally felted. Just like your Patreon reward of getting your Ask the King question asked for your Patreon. What was it? The highest tier. Now the highest tier is $50 for a video. That gets recorded like 10 times over because it keeps corrupting every time he wants to record it. That was the Patreon mid-tier. The mid-tier, you get a question answered on Ask the King, a series that doesn't exist anymore, and he hasn't updated his Patreon. So you might say he's breaking toss by giving you rewards that are non-existent, literally non-existent, but don't worry, you can always get a thread title for the forum he himself doesn't even use. God, can you tell I don't like this person? If he wants to felt tractors by playing the entirety of BG3, go for it. Below 25 plus streams. Hold up, Eddie, I gotta read your essay. I mean, handheld and hating it the entire time. That was a 2017 interactive change. I'd argue he's not supposed to be playing games at all. No more full game playthroughs requirements, just interact. And that means if you can't interact every, say, 30 seconds, the game should be dropped. No fighting games, no platformers, with serious sausages in DKC, like 5 minutes at a time before checking again. I'd argue you should play evergreen games like Minecraft, Stardew My Life at Porsche's background while he Yeah, if you go back to the Minecraft clips or clips of him playing Battle Royale like Blackout or PUBG, that's what it was. As the game was a means of conveyance to have something on screen moving while he interacted with chat. I think that's the major difference for why he isn't into Warzone anymore, because he took the game too seriously. I don't know if he's getting older or if he's getting Dark After Dark. It could be he's getting older, he's getting more serious. He doesn't like to joke around anymore. Always talk about how much time he doesn't have much time left. He's got to take things more seriously, but he doesn't joke around during those Battle Royale sessions like he used to. Maybe the reason he's not having as much fun with Warzone as his memories as he used to in his memory is because he doesn't chill out anymore. You go back to those clips where he was like, "You got a YouTube. You want to see a F slur suck off an H slur? You got a YouTube." I gotta say that because I'm on Twitch, guys. But during segments like that, he's like chilling. He's not giving a fuck about the game. He's just playing the game to play the game and just talking to people. This guy's interacting with his community and then doesn't interact with them when he's playing the game. You can't interact with this guy at all during a COD stream. He took it too seriously. And he takes it too seriously while telling us that he doesn't take it seriously. Man, Derek cannot even get talked to. He cannot even talk to Derek while playing COD. He talks so little to Derek during COD streams, that motherfucker leaves early. Which I guess is great, because ain't nobody want Derek in that chat. But yeah, I think he needs to go back to evergreen games. Games that are always going to be around. Games that are always going to draw in an audience. Just like safe games. He's playing it too risky. Too fast and loose. And most of these games are free, or he already owns them anyway. He can play Minecraft. He can play Fortnite. I think he may or may not have Stardew, but come on, it's fucking Stardew. It's for like $2. Come on. Yeah, PUBG bathroom time. He doesn't even hide in the bathroom in Warzone that much. I don't think he really hid it last time we were restreaming it. It was more just running around while crying about how bored he was. Yeah, we need a return. We need a return back to what I consider it used to be more fun. You could on Twitch. I promise you, Eddie and anyone else listening, Basecan, anyone else, I promise you, it was way more fun to fuck with this piece of shit on Twitch, because he would just reply to anything. He would look at the chat more often. Didn't matter what game it was. He was more interactive. He didn't have all this shit behind him. All of his equipment sucked. And he had like there was a different energy around him, which is weird because Kent was already there. My time fucking with this dude was like 2020 to like the golden age. Yeah, the golden age. 2020 early on, like right around as COVID hit, got felted from the job for a month. Stayed at home, nothing to do but watching DSP daily. We make the Expandong account and start fucking with them a lot. Like 2020, all the way up to when the migration happened to YouTube. It was like a switch flip, and he wasn't as fun to poke anymore. As soon as he went to YouTube, it was like a different Dave. Dingus missing in 3 houses day. Yes! I miss when I could at this guy with a completely throwaway message. I can at Phil with a throwaway message that doesn't mean anything. I probably typed it out, not even thinking he would read it. And then he reads it and derails the entire Fire Emblem stream for 45 minutes to cry about PewDiePie. That was a whole night stream. And it was recorded. We don't get shit like that no more. This sucks. He's so angry and miserable now. I swear, that era, it was not a golden era. Eddie V will tell you when the real golden era is. But for me, from my perspective, that was the last vestige of a fun, truly interactive Phil. It's like as soon as we went to YouTube, the fun stopped. The fun stops here. Now we got like angry, malding, seething, mentally delusional ill Phil. Mentally ill Phil. This motherfucker needs a mental readjustment. Hell, I need a mental readjustment before I consume a single one of his streams. I gotta like get myself in the right place before I decide to tune into a restream. I'm like, oh my god. What is this motherfucker gonna say today? Yeah, we're too deep in the vortex. Now Dinger believes that one email made him rant about the state of the gate 2 shell's true. We get 1K viewers on BG3 but get mad at the new people coming in. The thing is, okay, because Golem and you brought it up already. I've told them, I haven't told them a lot. I told them like once. I pitched them an idea. I told them for day 1 of a new playthrough, especially a AAA release, turn off sub only. If you really want to organically grow your community, and he himself will tell you that part 1 of his playthroughs are the videos that do the best. The first stream, all that. I say to him, I says, this is a smart tactic. You turn off sub only. I know you get the trolling. I know you can't help it. I know you have no mods because nobody likes you. Just turn it off for the first part 1 stream. I guarantee you, you may possibly get one person there who will enjoy the organic, they're an organic new viewer, they will enjoy the content. He said, no, we can't do that. No, sorry, we can't do that. No. And that was like 2021. That was a YouTube rant. That was like right as he entered. I was like, hey, okay, here's my idea. Just turn it off for the first stream. I promise you, you'll get like an organic person to sub. You kind of don't stream the same game on the same day. Well, now he kind of does. It depends on the release, really. But by the next time he plays the game, part 2, second session, it'll already be 24 hours. The new organic people can start talking. And he says no. He says he wants you to be part of that 1400, obviously botted, but let's assume it's organic, 1400 viewership for BG3. You see this motherfucker stream, he's complaining, he's crying, he's whining, he can't figure out the game or whatever. He wants you to be part of that 1400, obviously botted, but let's pretend like it's organic audience. He wants you to see him fail at the game, like the content, click the follow, subscribe button, and not chat. And not chat at all. Wait 24 hours before he can talk again. Why? Why? Who does this serve? Why? How does this grow your audience? How does this grow your community? Oh, wait, but he tells you he's okay with a small community. He's okay with having a community that's itty bitty. He's okay with this curated audience that he curates content for because he's a curator of content. But also he needs to grow. He needs to grow, and when we don't grow, we complain. We complain when we have 1400 for first stream of Baldur's Gate 3, and then we dip to 800 for second session, and then like to 600 for part session 3, and now we're down to 400 for session whatever number session this is. But we don't care. We don't care. I'm not an issue. An issue. But I'm gonna note it. I'm gonna note it and bring it up every time it happens. I remember I tuned in for a Baldur's Gate session, and it was during gameplay. Podcast was long over, still chose to bring up how the viewership numbers were dropping. But then he told us later that same day that that session of Baldur's Gate did great, and the trolls were felted, the tractors were increasingly felted, they were seething and coping and molding because the playthrough hasn't failed yet. The playthrough hasn't failed yet, but we're noting viewership decrease? No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. But the viewers are engaged? Yeah, they're engaged because they're mad that you don't know what you're doing. They don't want to have to handhold you. And yet they do. But wait, it's not hand-holding. You said it's not hand-holding today. They're just walking you through basic gameplay elements of the game. Well, if that isn't hand-holding, what the fuck is, man? What is hand-holding? I'm right here looking at the dictionary, and all I can see is a black and white image of Phil Paul Burnell. He needs sub-only mode so new viewers can learn the very strange community rules. YouTube needs that thing that Twitch got, where you enter a chat for the first time, and if they got chat rules enabled, you can read the rules. That way, if you're like an organic new dent, you can come in and read the stupid ass rules, and you can subscribe. And if it's part 1 of the playthrough, bam, you can chat. I just wanted to explain the fake ping on games. The ping is lying to you, except when it isn't lying to you. But sometimes it does lie to you. But sometimes it can lie to you, but also not fuck with you. Because towards the end of that last COD stream, it was like, oh, we got 28. Oh, we got 28 ping? We got 28 ping, but the match worked. Oh, okay. But he didn't take back what he said earlier. He got a 28 ping match, the whole match, 28 ping, and it worked. He had no issues. But he didn't take back what he said about the 28 ping being, quote, the game lying to you. I don't know. I don't know. I'll never forget when he said 13 was too fast on Street Fighter 6. It's too fast because the connection is so good that Capcom's game cannot keep up with the ping. So it must predict moves because the ping is so good. I wonder if you asked him, if you had to ask him what the sweet spot ping, like, okay, if you had like a sweet spot for ping that's what you would consider good, what would you say? And the first thing he would say is, well, let me understand what you mean by this. And let me explain. So, I think it depends on the type of game. So, like, if it was Street Fighter, it would be this ping. But if it was COD, it would have to be this ping. Basically, what I'm saying is, he would fence it the whole issue. By the way, we haven't finished the video yet. This will probably be the last thing we watch.
Do a little more Blanca, then maybe go back to Lily, then some more Dalsim. Keep in mind, we only have about a month left. In 1 month, Tekken 8 comes out, and that's where I'm going to be going heavily into next year. If that dies out, and then we might just try Fightcade after that. But, you know, I am disheartened because I like the game, but now, this is a far cry from what it was. just a few months ago. You know, the jab mashing's always been a problem, but literally every person in Master is just mashing jab and lag and getting away with it and interrupting everything in the game, which isn't how you're supposed to play the game. And it works because the connection.
Tekken 8 is kind of special because you know it's not going to be as buggy as Mortal Kombat 1, and it's obviously developed by the Japanese, so it's immediately superior to Mortal Kombat 1. So it's going to be good, but you need a master at Tekken. It's like a completely different fighting game than Tekken to begin with. So I'm liking the kind of discussion and speculation we got going around Tekken, regards to how long it's gonna last. I got people throwing out 3 weeks. People was saying 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks. It'll last like 3 months. Maybe he'll be super good at Tekken, guys. He's gonna pick up Kuma or King, whatever the fuck their names are, and start dominating.
It sucks. It's bad that they're rewarded for that. And it was funny because that Rashid who beat me, he was doing meaties to me in the corner. I was like, you know, I could have just mashed jab.
Can imagine a month, no waits longer than 2 months.
I could have just went like this, and
I got felted on Mortal Kombat. I said 6 weeks.
I don't win by any means necessary. I'd rather be like, okay,
Mortal
I'm going to do the proper counter move you should do in a competitive
I feel so...
match, right?
Look, this is Ed Boon's fault. Fuck that dude.
That's not rewarded. This is... That's what's rewarded.
I remember saying 6 weeks for Mortal Kombat and sounding so smart.
To say the least. But people who were there liked it. They like to see me go back with Blanca. I did have a bunch of good wins with him, so it is what it is. Now, when's the next Street Fighter stream? I don't know. Keep in mind, this is holiday week. If this were a normal week, I'd probably
holiday week. Why do we gotta say it like that? No one says it like that.
Is my Christmas marathon. Sunday,
even
I'm only
schools
doing one
call
show,
it winter break.
No
stupid.
late stream. Monday, I'm off for Christmas, and then Tuesday, it's probably gonna be Baldur's Gate 3 and Like a Dragon Gaiden, which means Wednesday will probably be Baldur's Gate 3 and maybe some Modern Warfare multiplayer. So probably next Street Fighter stream is Friday Night Fights the next week. Okay, just so everyone knows. So, speaking of which, yes, tomorrow is my big annual Christmas holiday marathon event. If you can make it, I certainly
make sure to set the alarm.
Hang out with me. It all starts the usual time, 10:45 a.m. The stream will sure turn on. Usually, content starts
kind of weird because Christmas is on a weekend, sorta. I mean, Christmas Eve is on Sunday, so like it's literally the weekend. Like, what if you gotta drive out?
Several different ones.
Like, are you gonna drive out to see family Saturday?
Eggnog.
I don't know how the attendance is gonna be.
Okay. In addition, we're going to do a gaming schedule update where I'm going to update all the games that are coming out in the next few months.
Sims are done for.
So they're on the calendar and you guys know what to expect in that regard. I'm also going to be doing a tier maker ranking holiday movies and specials against each other.
Derek's excited.
2 games. The Grinch Christmas Adventures, which I just installed now to my Xbox. I'm about to head over to my PC, my mini PC that is, and install Phasmophobia on my mini PC. The one bummer here, tonight people were insisting on my late stream, Phasmophobia isn't going to work. They're like, that's an online co-op required game. The whole game is meant to co-op with other people. We don't know why people nominated it. And I'm like, well, I don't either. They nominated it for Halloween, and we were going to play it for Halloween, and then the Halloween event got canceled.
Whoa, buddy. Is this a repeat? Dare I say, is this a repeat? Will this be a repeat of the depressing Christmas? Oh, this has been one of the DSP's most depressing and mentally ill years in recent memory. Are we going to get a repeat of the depressing Christmas? Think about it. Tevin, are you listening? The Grinch Christmas Adventures can be like the Home Alone 2 of that marathon. And like Phasmophobia can be the H1Z1 where it just doesn't work. He's got the drinks. The tier maker can be like the Captain Christmas Crunch thing. And maybe there'll be other equivalents. But imagine if the Grinch flops. Ryan is out seeing family because they need to mentally readjust him. The relatives who have disowned him have chosen to mentally readjust him over the holidays, so he can't watch and donate. The Grinch flops. Phasmophobia doesn't work out. The tier maker is boring and takes up the majority of the event. He gets real sloshed. Maybe NDO comes through. Lisa Lou. We end the stream kind of sad and Q&A. Dare I hope? Dare I hope? Maybe he'll just boot up Mario Maker. Don't you guys want to see Mario Maker?
Canceled, and now they nominated it and voted for it again. I can't make people not nominate this game. It's obvious people want to see it. I just think it's not going to work. You got to keep in mind, we're only going to have at most an hour of gameplay of each.
This dude is so ready to disqualify any other game for any other reason, but we couldn't do it to this one. You know enough about the game to know what it is. I know he's kind of pretending like he doesn't know what it is, but he's obviously He obviously has some grasp as to what kind of game it is.
Each of these games tomorrow because we got so much going on. Is that even enough to get into the game and understand how it works or ever? Probably not, especially if it's an online co-op game. I don't have a microphone for my PC, so I can't communicate with anyone verbally. Everyone knows this. I've explained this to them back in September, October.
Why don't you disqualify it for that reason?
So I don't know.
Don't you kind of need a mic for that game?
I don't think it's going to be a big deal.
I've seen people play Phasmo, like Praise That Soon. I've never seen anyone play it single player.
So I play for 20 minutes and it sucks ass, then we'll just drop it and just go on to the next thing. We've got food. There's a whole feasting with Phil meal I'm going to do, and we're going to have a dessert.
Just don't do it. Just do Mario Maker.
Where I'm going to be hanging out.
At least we can see you like lose in levels and stuff.
First time ever. I've never had this thing before. And of course, during these holiday streams, there's
all
a
the
lot
nominations
of
fucking suck.
Open discussion.
But at least he hasn't played Mario Maker in a minute.
It's not just about, oh, we have to do this, then this, then this, then this. It's not like that. It's a party atmosphere. We all just enjoy each other's company or whatever. You know, tomorrow, I guarantee you, we're going to have some people coming by, probably being generous. I know some people will be like, oh, can I get a gifted membership? That's probably going to happen tomorrow because we'll have a lot of people on stream. We'll see how it goes. But overall,
entitled.
I'm excited because I didn't get to do Halloween. I missed Halloween having likely COVID. And now I get to actually have a fun holiday event with all of you for the first time in 8 years.
Is he going to call this the duo? The do-over?
Please swing by. I gotta get out of here and finish setup. Everyone, please have a good evening.
I hate this dude.
Please be safe. If you can make it to the Christmas event tomorrow, please do. If you can't make it, hey, no worries.
If you can't make
all
it, go fuck yourself and your mother.
Half of it will go to DSP Gaming. Half of it will go to DSP React. You'll still be able to watch it after the fact.
Yeah, we're gonna double fucking dip this weekend.
But hey, if you can make it 5 minutes
swing
tomorrow,
the fuck by.
swing
5
by. If you can make it
minutes.
the whole stream. Swing by if you can only make it at the beginning or the end.
What
or
is this hypnosis?
Just come by, say happy holidays, and hang out with us. That's what it's all about.
Please,
and
guys.
That's the vibe that
please.
I love having here on DSP
Please, I'm
Gaming.
begging you.
So
please swing
come
by
if you can. Thank you all. Please have a good night. Happy holidays, everyone. I'll see you in the morning.
Yeah, we hit you with the thumbs up. The thumbs up into the finger point. What a bastard. Why didn't I watch this as soon as it was uploaded? I waited 2 hours to see that. It was one of the best daily raps in recent memory.